I forgot my music this time. Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Howard, your inspirational and transformation strategist. As I promised, Thursdays in the month of December are dedicated to goal planning. And so while I was in the process of goal planning and being intentional and strategic about structuring a system where I can list my goals and my tasks that keep me accountable and on point. Amen, somebody. While I'm helping other people. So one of the things I wanted to do was dedicate this video to those of you who never really became structured and when it comes to achieving your goals and writing down visions and making things, the tangible things that you want to do and you want to achieve, and learning how to list them down and writing it down and having a system that helps you to stay accountable. A lot of you got this. You're killing it already. But I'm talking to those of you who need to start from basics. And that is actually writing stuff down, getting that calendar, Googling your steps, your action steps and your plans towards achieving that goal, and helping you to teach you the strategy of how to monitor your progress toward that goal. So tracking what you have done is very important. And I always tell people it helps you mentally and emotionally as well, because when you start monitoring your progress towards your goal, you see that you're actually doing something, even if you don't meet every goal in the time frame that you want to meet it. But if you're doing something that you've never done before, if this is new for you, it'll help you to feel great because you see in that, but I'm working towards something. I'm making a change. I'm doing something different. And a lot of times, some of us just need structure. And that's what a lot of coaches come in to do. Help you get structure. And after that, you do the work. This is how you become empowered, because you are doing the work yourself. You just needed somebody to come along and push you, maybe give you some ideas, some strategies, but you're the one doing the work. And then you can pat yourself on the back and encourage yourself to say, you know what? I may not achieve this in 2 years, but I'm going to achieve this in a year and a half, or whatever that time frame is and whatever that goal is. So I just really want to go over a few documents that I've used with my clients that I coach and counsel, because I counsel clients as well who deal with high levels of the A word, and anxiety, anxiety, or have issues coping with obstacles that get in the way. So those last minute things that they didn't plan for, obstacles, things that just happen that you cannot have any control over, because life happens. It's just a reality. But there are people who have issues adjusting to those changes, those sudden changes that they have no control over. And so I talk about grace all the time, because grace helps you to forgive yourself, to move on, to realize, okay, I may not have met it now, but I'll meet this later. And it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So important to know that. So really quickly, I just want to show you a few ways that you can list your task and your goal, how you can monitor and progress your goal. And I'm telling you, along with these documents, I also encourage my clients to use a calendar. And a lot of times I have gotten or bought a big calendar for my clients to put on their wall so they can have a visual and a reminder to check it, to list and check the progress of their goal and their task, and to start with short-term goals. Then you can move on towards long-term goals to achieve that overarching goal as well. And you may have more than one overarching goal, but you got to start somewhere. And a lot of times this is just to encourage somebody to start somewhere, just giving you an idea. You may come up with another way to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And that's good. That's fine. But I just want to encourage somebody to get started, because we need that push. Sometimes we need somebody to come along and go, come on, let's write those things and list them down. We have no more time to waste. We need to get started now. So anyway, I have some sheets here. And you know what, as well, I'm also offering this is a free offer. Those of you who may need me to formulate a particular system of goal planning and task planning to help you get started on your goal, I will do that for you. And you can connect with me on CherylYHoward.com, or you can email me at connect@CherylHoward.com. And in the subject line, I just need you to type in goals or task. And that way I know that you want me to create this whole planning system for you, and I'll send it to you as a digital product that you can download, you can print out, and you can staple together however you want to do it, make a book out of it, and start your progress towards your goals. I want to see you win. I want to see you achieve the things you want to achieve. So that is my way of helping you. That's a little coaching help, if you will, just to help you get started so you can feel empowered. So the first sheet is called a task planning and achievement record. And how it works is that in the first column, you have a column for tasks or goals that you can list those tasks and goals. And do not get overwhelmed trying to fill out the whole slip. It may just be 4 or 5 tasks and goals that you want to achieve. Excuse me 1 minute. That you would like to achieve. Across that is the days of the week. I hope this is not backwards, but you have the days of the week. So for example, if your goal is to work out for 20 minutes a week, 20 minutes a week, but no, not a week. I'm sorry. You can do 20 minutes each day that you work out, right? But you can check off how many days of the week you would like to accomplish that. That can be 3 to 4 days out of the week. And you can say each of those days, I'm going to work out for 20 minutes, and you can mark them. And I'm going to show you an example of how to fill this particular document out, which is very easy. But like, again, sometimes some of us need a visual, and I am a visual person. So if this is helpful to those of you who are visual, just to give you an idea, so you can go ahead and jumpstart, and know that you can find all kinds of documents on the internet as well. But I retrieve these from a system that I use for psychologists and therapists and teachers. And I use it for my own clients as well. And I'll go in and I'll tweak it and I'll tailor it towards my particular client and their goals and the things that we're working on. After I would formulate a case note, and I'll go ahead in and I'll give them a particular set of documents that's good for them. So this one is filled out. Exercise for 20 minutes. Cook a healthy meal for myself. Do 10 minutes of tidying up the house. I'm going to get to that in a minute. 30 minutes of job searching, if that's your goal, right? And contacting a friend. It may be a friend that you've been meaning to get in contact with forever, and you keep forgetting. Guess what? Some of us need to write those things down too, because we keep forgetting to do it, right? So write it down. And that way you can look at it and go, okay, you know what? I need to get in touch with so-and-so and so-and-so, because I keep forgetting to do that. And if you forget on Wednesday, you can try again on Friday. And that's how this is all mapped out. So for the person who would like to exercise an extra 20 minutes, you know what? 20 minutes a week can be divided up. You may do 5 to 7 minutes each of those days. And so this here has Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday checked out for working out 20 minutes. It's a start. For somebody else, they may do 20 minutes each session. But for you, you're just getting started, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself with trying to reach a goal again. This is where grace comes in at. I may not be able to do 20 minutes per session, but I can do 5 to 10. But you're doing something, and that is the bottom line. The next goal is cooking a healthy meal for yourself. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So 3 to 4 days out of the week, you can say, I'm going to eat healthy, and you have your cheat days. But you know what? If this is new for you and you're starting to work out and you wasn't working out before, you're still accomplishing something, and you're burning off a lot of the stuff that you're eating on your cheat days. It's a work in progress, and that's what I want you to get. The next one is do 10 minutes of tidying the house. This is the grace part again. You're not going to do the whole house, but you're going to start with just small goals, just short-term goals. Today, you're going to do the living room, sweep, mop, whatever it is you're going to do. Then you can tackle the next room the next day. This way you don't overwhelm yourself, because what happens is a lot of times we say, I'm going to come home today and I'm just going to clean the whole house from the top to the bottom. And then you find yourself feeling tired, or you don't have the energy anymore, or you don't got too comfortable and complacent, and you decide, I'm not doing anything. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to do one room, and you may not do the whole room, but you do something in that room, guess what? You've done something, and you can do the next thing tomorrow. So you don't feel overwhelmed, and you don't beat yourself up because you didn't do the whole house. I've done that before. I've sat on the couch, got so comfortable, and said, I ain't doing nothing right now. I'm just too relaxed right now. So what I do myself, I say, okay, today I'm going to do this room, or today I'm going to do the kitchen, and I'll get to the rest on another day. But I've done something, and I can come in and go, ooh, the living room is looking good. Now I'm going to go into the kitchen. You know what, again? I'll get inspired from doing the one room, and now I'm inspired to do the next room. But most of the time what happens with me is I'll get on this cleaning spurge, because once I start to do something, I know this is some of you, you just start doing everything. But I'm saying in the beginning, don't overwhelm yourself, and then what happens is you'll give up and then nothing won't get done. A lot of us have that problem. So pretty much I think we got how this particular goal planning sheet works out. The next one I want to go into is goal planning. But not only goal planning, you're going to do your short-term goals and your long-term goals, but you're also going to write down your obstacles and your strategies to deal with those obstacles. Like what you need to do the next time to overcome the obstacle, or to prepare yourself, or whatever it is, or things that just come up and it kind of deter you a little bit. You're going to write down your strategies. One thing about this particular thing at the end of what I'm showing you is you're going to be able to go back after you track your progress and see what you can do differently than you didn't do the first time. So this way you will have more success at achieving your goals. You give yourself grace. Okay, so setting goals. Something I want to accomplish in a week. Something I want to accomplish within a month, within a year, and within 5 years. So something you want to accomplish within a week. And this will give you an idea how this particular document looks. Hope it's not backwards. So something you want to accomplish within next week. You want to have more time towards your business, or you want to spend more time with your family. So you decide to maybe leave work a little earlier. What I do sometime, I get an hour lunch in my career doing my day job, doing counseling and everything. So what happens is sometimes I won't take my lunch because I have my little healthy snacks with me at work, and I'll leave a little early. And I'm like, okay, instead of leaving at 5, I can leave at 4 o'clock. This will give me more time to do something else I want to do. But if your goal is to spend more time with your family, that's an extra hour that you can get out a couple of days out of the week. So it could be an extra 2 or 3 hours if you have the liberty to do that. But that's just an example of you can cut time in something else that you're doing so you can have more time for your family. That can be a week goal. A month goal, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. And what you're going to do is do that 20 minutes, 3 times a week. You're going to exercise, or 2 times a week, or however you want to split it. Maybe every day you're going to work it for 5 minutes. That's awesome. 5 minutes go by real fast, but you're still accomplishing something, and you're still burning off some whatever. If you're trying to burn off fat, you're going to do that, in calories and everything else. If your goal is to tone, then guess what? Each day your muscle is beginning to tone, and you create that muscle memory, and you keep doing what you need to do, and you'll start to see the results. Because you give yourself just 5 minutes a day. See, that makes more sense to you, and it seems like it's achievable and it's doable. It doesn't seem overwhelming. You're not saying 30 minutes a day I'm going to work out. You may not do that when you're first starting out. So do yourself a favor and do the 5 to 10 to 20 minutes. Some of you may, because 20 minutes go by fast too. And if you're getting on a treadmill, it really goes fast. Then on something like that, you can stay on there for a good 30 to 45 minutes and not even realize it. And the strategy with that to help you is listening to music, maybe watching something to get your mind off of what you're doing. And then you'll actually realize, wow, I'm getting some momentum in here. I'm getting some time. But anyway, so that's an example for a goal, a monthly goal. A year goal, maybe I'm going to save up. I want to take a big trip to Africa, or to an island, or to Europe. But this whole year, I'm going to save up $3,000 to $5,000, or even more. I'm just giving an example. And at the end of the year, well, before you get to the end of the year, you can track your progress. But at the end of the year, you will have something saved. Again, if you don't save the desired amount, but you save something, it is still success. Because if this is something you're trying for the first time, you're finding you're doing well, so don't beat yourself up about it. 5-year goal, maybe I'm going to save $30,000 to $50,000 to go down or go towards a house, a down payment for a house. Now that can be done in 2 or 3 years. It all depends on how much money you have, or how much you're saving, what you're cutting back on, what you're sacrificing. A majority of us, I believe, have to sacrifice something. We may have to change our lifestyle a little bit, cut back on spending and splurging because you have a goal of buying a home. And so maybe you eat out less each week. That can be a goal too. I'm going to spend less money on eating out, and I'm going to create more where I call a one pot meal. where you just, everything is in that pot. It could be a dish like spaghetti. It could be chicken noodles and carrots and vegetables. Okay. I just wanted to give you an idea. But, those are things that I do sometimes. I have a one pot meal and everything in here is going to be very healthy. We're going to have our little starch, our meat, and our vegetables. Okay, so this also has the obstacles and the strategies. Obstacles to reaching your goal. I like to talk about the pre-planning for something that can happen. So you prepare yourself for something that you had not anticipated to happen. And this way you won't feel so bad. You won't feel like, oh God, I didn't accomplish something. You're pre-planning, so you're allowing yourself to adjust to some changes that you might have to do. And you're telling yourself it's okay. I didn't get to do it now. I'll get to do it later. It's all right. Because life does happen. Things do happen. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. And you're going to list things I would need to do to achieve my goal. So you're going to write down those strategies, whatever you need to do to achieve that goal. Some of those things I just went over. Another example, what I can begin doing tomorrow to work towards my goal. So again, you're listing things, you're listing strategies that you can do to work towards your goal, tomorrow goals. Okay, next one is the things to do list. Most of us have a things to do list, but sometimes it's just for the day. But I'm talking about a listing of your goals. And what happens is on this particular kind of document, you will prioritize your goals. What is immediate? What is the most important? What do you need to do right now before you get to that? So you have a column here of your priorities, and you will list all of your priorities. The next column is the number. The order of your priorities. So what is more important? What's number one? What's number two? So you're listing them in order, and you're going to have it here. This way you can say, okay, my immediate priority is to pay off this debt coming up. And so you have that as number one. And maybe what you're doing is out of each paycheck, you're putting aside 30, 40, 50 to 20, 30, 40, $50 towards paying off that particular. And you may have more than 2 or 3 you're working on at one time, but you're prioritizing. Guess what? It keeps you structured, because sometimes we find ourselves all over the place. I'm supposed to be working on this. Been there, done that. But I end up working on this. And so I need a reminder that, okay, my priority is to stick to paying off that debt. Because guess what? When I clear that debt, I'll have more money to go towards this other goal, especially something that takes some kind of finances or some kind of investment. So I need to I'm working on one particular goal now, paying off a particular credit card, and I'll be finished in February. And I'm excited about that because I can take that money and invest it in something else. See, you got to have some structure, some strategy, because without it, things will be chaos. It'd be chaos. And then so you would just have the number, and you would have the description of whatever that is. And then you would have what's completed in the last section. Done. Check it off. Guess what? Helps you to feel great because you've done it and it's off your list. I'm telling you, this helps your mental and your emotions. I'm telling you, help you to get your life back, because you'll look at it and go, oh, I paid that off. My God, and you're happy about it. Move on to the next one. Coming down to the last 2 sheets, and I am done for today. Setting life goals. Some of them we talked about, like losing weight, eating healthy, exercising, right? There's a category list in this particular sheet for life goals. You list them down. Family, friends, work, school, spirituality, body, mental health. Very important. Most of the time when we think of mental health, we think you have to have some kind of major issue or have a clinical diagnosis of something. No, mental health is just helping you to have a clear mind, feeling good about yourself. And all of that's mental health. Having clarity, having structure helps you to feel better, right? When things are organized, it helps me to feel good that I know where everything is. I can go here and find this exactly where it's supposed to be. When it's not, I'll get frustrated. And I'm sure a lot of you felt the same way. So I'm trying to help somebody today. This is why people hire organizational coaches to come into their home to actually structure their house. And I'm trying to get one of my girlfriends to do that because I think she's phenomenal and awesome in it, because she keeps her house clean and neat every day. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's a reminder to me, like, wow, so, I can understand why people need this in their life, because it really makes life much easier. You do have more peace because you feel like you can breathe because everything is organized and in its place, and people see that, and it just helps you to feel good overall. So you know me, I'm a holistic person. I'm all about the spirit, the mind, the body, and the soul, everything working in a harmonious fashion. So, because one thing affects the other. So family goal, like I said, spending more time with their family. What I'm doing well. So this one here is tracking down your progress, what you have done well, what did not work for you, and the strategies of what you need to do to help you to do it better next time. Family, what I'm doing well, what I need improvement in. Just write down okay, I need to take out a little more time. I need to stop maybe talking on the phone less, maybe spend less time on the computer, whatever that is. Write down those areas that you need improvement in. Your goal is written on the end of that last column right there. Friends, maybe need to spend more time with friends, talk to friends more. You're working on things for school and work, and you need to make sure, and that can be in your priority list if you are a student. That would definitely be like a number 1 or number 2, between number 1 to 3 on that priority list that I showed you. Because guess what? You trying to get your degree or certificate or whatever kind of educational course you are taking, you have to complete that. That's important because that's working toward some overarching goal that you have. Okay, so spirituality, maybe spending more time with God, maybe praying more, maybe reading some more scriptures, and getting that time in. You got to build up that spiritual man. That's more important than anything else. If the spirit ain't right, nothing else is right. You just can't get anything together. So that spirit got to be right, which affects your emotions, which affect your mental health, which affects your physical health, if you don't know that. Because some people, physical illness is brought on by their spiritual issues. That's a whole different scope. I'm going to say different scope. That's a whole different discussion right there. And your body and your mental health. The last sheet. Is it the last sheet? Yes. Hope I'm helping somebody today. And this is short. Goal setting. Again, this goes back to monitoring your progress and seeing what you have done in areas you need to have improvement in. So it's just another type of sheet. You write down what I have achieved or done well in the last 3 to 6 months. So now you got your time frame. Okay, within the last 3 to 6 months, what have I done well and what I need improvement in? And this is good if you got a year goal or 5-year goal, because you can stop somewhere in the middle and say, okay, what can I do to improve? Because you still got time to reach that goal. If you missed or you failed in some areas, you still have time to go back and do the things you need to do in the middle to get towards the goal, the destiny. So this is good for that type of time frame as well. Some areas of improvement you need. And then you just continue to monitor your goal. So anyway, I am done with that. Thank God. I wanted to do this, and I'm glad I've done it. I had it on my list to do, and I said I got to do my goal planning segment. And so I just thank you for joining in. Again, if you want to connect with me, if you need me to give you something similar to this and send it to you via email, I will be glad to do that. Just connect with me again at connect@CherylYHoward.com. That's the letter Y. Or you can go to my website, CherylYHoward.com, and connect with me on there as well. And we can do that. And remember that I give free 30-minute strategy sessions. So in that particular case, you can come to me with one goal you're trying to achieve, and we can strategize on there for 30 minutes for free. And I just think that'll be so helpful to you, because you may just need one thing to get you started, something to encourage you. And it may be something you already have an idea, but you need someone to kind of vent with, or it's like a short 30-minute, what you call, actually it's a strategy session where we just work together and come up with a strategy or 2 or 3 for you to get started. And I have also my free 30-minute power chats where you need some fire, you need some encouragement to get started. You may not have that cheerleader, you may not have somebody to support you. I've talked to people who don't really have people in their corner. They don't have that kind of positive circle of friends or acquaintances that kind of help them feel encouraged. They may be in that type of environment, but it just doesn't happen. It's very negative, and so they need that voice. They need that cheerleader. They need some kind of help and support to just get started, because they may be sitting with this dream and this vision, but there's nobody around to kind of help them sharpen their skills and the things they need to do to get started, to feel good about it. You know, sometimes you don't have people to help you feel good about doing something, and that can cause a person to give up by, alone. So I'm here for that as well. Again, Cheryl White Howard, thank you for tuning in. This is Cheryl Howard, your inspirational and transformation strategist. And until next Thursday, which I plan on coming on live before that time, but next Thursday will be another segment for goal planning and goal setting. And if you have any questions and comments or something that you would like me to go over, please put it in the comments under this post, or again, shoot me an email or visit my website and connect with me on there as well. And I'll be glad to address your comment and your question as well. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. I'm going to go back now to my my office at my job, and then I'm going to come back home to my home office and do the things I need to do for myself. Have a good afternoon, everybody.